It's very common for people to have doubts when they're buying a smartphone, whether it's questions about specs, brands or even the price. The Moto Z Play was released for $500, while the Moto G4 Plus costs about $300 on Motorola's website. If you're doubting whether to buy the device with the modular concept or the mid-range model, keep reading this article. You'll discover for yourself whether it's worth it to invest in a high-end model or to be economic and buy a more modest one. Moto Z Play vs Moto G4 Plus. Design and display. The Moto Z is a more advanced and expensive model, therefore, it's normal that it's seen as a more well-made device than the Moto G4 Plus. It's finished with glass on the back and aluminum on the sides, which gives it an interesting feel while you're using it. My personal device has a glass back, so I didn't have any issues using the Z Play, even with all the fingerprints. The Moto G4 Plus has a classic design and a simple finish made with silicone and plastic polycarbonate. By using this type of finish and lines that are less straight, it actually has a more anatomic feel when compared to the Moto Z Play. It's clear that it doesn't have the same precision in its design or the refined elements, but it certainly wouldn't be considered a bad finish. The Moto Z Play has a better battery than the Moto G4 Plus. Nevertheless, it's still a thinner device. Motorola considerably optimized the look of the Z series to make them thinner, and this is reflected, even more so, in a model with a better battery. Both have similar layouts on their front panels, a biometric sensor on the bottom and speakers with sensors on the top. The sizes of the lateral borders, however, are the same. In this sense, the only difference between the two is that the Z Play comes with an LED flash on the front, perfect for selfies. Both devices have very similar displays. They come with the same Full HD, 1080x1920 pixel 5.5-inch displays. The Moto G4 Plus has an LCD IPS panel, while the Z Play comes with a Super AMOLED display. The difference between these two technologies is very small. Since the LCD panel of the cheaper model is still good quality, and personally, I don't like Motorola's AMOLED displays very much. In my opinion, Samsung is the only company that packs their devices with high-quality Super AMOLED displays. If you like more vivid colors and sharper contrasts, then you will certainly prefer the Z Play. Moto Z Play vs Moto G4 Plus. Performance and software. Just like with their displays, the software that comes with these devices is very similar. Both come stock with Android 6.0 Marshmallow and should get Nougat sometime within the year, according to the official list of updates that Motorola released. We're talking about pure software here, and the new features that will come with the Z line are also available on the G4 Plus, such as cameras with advanced manual modes. You'll find the same options when it comes to their operating systems as well. Without much interference from Motorola, the version of Android that comes on these devices can be customized to the customer's taste, free of bloatware and duplicate apps. Motorola is moving away from voice commands, such as those that were highlighted on devices like the Moto X. Therefore, options to control the display, Moto Display, and movement and gesture operations are the same on both devices. Moto Z Play vs Moto G4 Plus. Camera. If anyone has kept track of some of the articles that I've written about the Moto G4 Plus, including its actual review, knows that my opinion about the device's camera is this: the best in its class. As the Moto Z Play isn't in the same class as the G4 Plus, we've got ourselves an interesting clash. I say this because the lens on the Z Play is basically the same as the cheaper model. Both are 16MP, come with phase detection, autofocus, DAF, dual flash LED, HDR, and an aperture of f/2.0. This is based on the more basic elements. Even if we took it to a more technical level, we'd still find many similarities between the two lenses. It's clear that the sensor on the Moto Z, manufactured by Sony, is a bit more up-to-date, but in practical results, the photos turned out the same. Moto Z Play vs Moto G4 Plus. Which would I choose? Honestly, this comparison was done to help answer doubts for those who are indecisive about investing in a high-end device with an innovative concept, or to bet on a more traditional model. Both have good cameras, display, battery and performance. Where it varies, is how you're going to use it. Moto G Plus, 4th generation. It's clear that the Moto Z Play is a unique model with a more refined design, and it's packed with up-to-date technologies and concepts such as the Moto Snaps modules and USB Type-C. If you're looking to use these types of technologies, this model could be one of the best options out there. It's even better if you can afford to buy a module as well, because without a doubt, you'll have a much more complete user experience. Moto Z Play. If, right now, you don't want to invest in a Moto Z Play, you can go with the Moto G4 without any problem. As I've mentioned, it's not about choosing between the best or the worst, but more about understanding the differences and similarities between the two devices and making a conscious decision. Today, if I needed a device, I would choose the Z Play. But I confess that my experience would be restricted to the device. I wouldn't buy any modules, either in the short or the long run. They still haven't totally won me over.